Hello, everyone. Hold on, let me stand on the right side. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. My name is Lizzie, and I'm going to be with you for this live lesson today. Please let me know if you can hear me okay, if the picture is okay. I feel like it's mirrored today, which it doesn't normally do, but it maybe isn't going to be an issue. The only thing is if this is back to front. Is this the correct way round? Just let me know. I think it should be. I think I'm confusing myself. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a really nice Sunday. Yeah, as I say, please let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay, just before we get started. And as some of you are already doing, please feel free to let me know where you are from in the chat, where you're joining us from today. I've already seen we've got people from South Africa, we've got people from Shanghai. Yes, you can see me and hear me okay. Thank you, Luan. You can't hear me. I feel like everyone else can hear me okay, so maybe it could be a problem on your side. Try and see if you can do anything to sort it, but do let me know, guys, if there's a problem with the sound. We've got people from Turkey, we've got people from Brazil, Vietnam, India, Kenya. Amazing. You're joining us from all over the world. So I'm going to be teaching this live today. It is about other ways to say no. Before we get started, please can you send this link, share this video with some other people who you think might find it useful, you think they might enjoy it. It's a great opportunity for you to get a little bit of extra English studying in. I know it's a Sunday, but it's a nice, easy study because you're just going to listen to me talking for the next wee while. And I will try and make it a little bit interactive as well. So I have got a quiz for you at the end. But yeah, if you want to get some extra study time in with your English this weekend, then this is a great opportunity. So please share it with any of your friends who are also learning English. Okay, thank you. There are some more people joining. Welcome, welcome. As always, this live will be posted onto the channel at the end of the video today, at the end of the live. So you will be able to watch this back however many times you like. So don't worry if you have to join late or if you have to leave early for whatever reason, you will be able to watch the full video at a later time. So the topic today, we are going to talk about other ways to say no. Now, saying no is very simple, of course, and it's one of the first words you will learn when you learn another language, or even when you learn your own language when you're a baby. So it's a very simple word. It's one of the most common words we use. However, sometimes just saying the word no can sound a bit too direct. It could sound a bit too aggressive sometimes. It can also sound a little bit rude. Now, this can be a cultural thing. I'm aware of that. But generally, I'm British. So generally in the UK, for British people, the word no and saying no can really sound very direct and actually quite rude. So that's why I think it's an important lesson today to learn some other ways you could say no. So I've split it into some different situations, okay, some different reasons why you might be saying no and how you could maybe say this in a different way. So I'm hoping I'm going to give you lots of new vocabulary. If you have any questions throughout the live, please just ask in the chat. And I will save a little bit of time at the end for some questions. So let's get started. I've got how many different situations? I've got kind of 4 different situations we're going to go through, times when you might say no, okay? So the first one is saying no to an invitation or an offer. Okay, so that would be if someone asks you to come to dinner, or someone asks you to go to their party, or someone wants you to go on a date with them. Okay, whatever reason, they're asking you to do something with them, inviting you to do something. So I'm just thinking if there's another situation. Yeah, no, that's okay. So I've got some different things you can say. Before I show you them, feel free in the chat to write down some ways of saying no that you can think of, okay, in this situation. So say, for example, I say to you, oh, can you come to the cinema with me on Friday night? And you want to say no, okay? I know you might want to say yes, but just for the sake of this lesson, you want to say no. So try and think of a way you could say no without saying no in a direct way. Leo, I am afraid. Yeah, that's a really, really, really good phrase, okay? So if you are worried about sounding direct, you can just add, I am afraid I can't, or I'm afraid I'm busy, or I am afraid I'm not going to be able to. Okay, that's a really, really polite phrase that you can add at the beginning, and it just makes you sound much more indirect and less rude. Okay. I am not able to come with you. Can I have a rain check? Very good, Abdullah. That's a really nice phrase as well. Okay, I am going to show you some other examples. So we have, let me just, no, that's fine. This first one, I appreciate the offer, or thanks for the offer, but I can't. So in this example, you are starting your phrase, starting your rejection. You're technically rejecting someone, you're saying no to them, but you're starting off by thanking them. So you're starting off with something very formal and polite and kind. So you're saying, I appreciate the offer, or thanks for the offer, but I can't. Just looking at some other examples you've got. Luan, maybe another time. Yeah, that's really good. I think I maybe have that one here. Let's see. Again, this is very similar. It's like thanking someone. I'm honored, but I can't. If you say you're honored, it means like you're really pleased to be asked. You're really grateful that that person has thought of you and asked you, but you can't. Okay, another one. I'd love to, but I can't. I'd love to. So you're saying, like, you're not saying, oh, I don't want to. You're just saying, I would love to, but unfortunately, I can't. So you're letting that person know that actually, you know, if you could, you really would like to do something with them. Even if it's a lie. You know, like a little white lie, just so you don't hurt their feelings. I'd love to, but I can't. Okay, the next one. Thanks for thinking of me, but I can't. Oh God, sorry. Let me just move this. Here we go. Thanks for thinking of me, but I can't. Yeah. So again, it's very similar to this. I'm honored. Thanks for thinking of me. Next one. No, thank you. Sorry. I've missed one. There we go. You're so kind to think of me, but I can't. Okay? Thanks for thinking of me, or you're so kind to think of me, but I can't. And then we have no, thank you, but it sounds lovely. Okay? Or something similar to this could be, that sounds great, but I can't. Yeah? And then we have thanks, but maybe another time. Thanks, but maybe another time. I think someone said this in the chat already. And another one. Thanks, but unfortunately, I'll have to pass this time. Okay? Thanks, but unfortunately, I'll have to pass this time. To pass means you'll have to miss it, okay? I'll pass. It's like, oh, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to miss this. And what else do we have? Sounds great, but I can't commit. Yeah, sounds great, but I can't commit. Someone said something similar to this. Antonio, yes. Sorry, I already have, use the present tense. Sorry, I already have another commitment. Great. And then the last one, which I don't know, the last one I do think is a little bit rude, but maybe if you were saying it with to your friend or someone who you were really close with, it would be okay. But I'd be careful with this one. Thanks, but no thanks. It's a little bit rude. It's kind of like you're still saying thank you. So of course it sounds like it's polite, but I'd say it's actually kind of, I don't know, to me it sounds a little bit rude, like thanks, but no thanks. It's still quite direct, isn't it? Even though you're saying the word thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. But I would maybe use this in a sort of more like jokey way. If I'm with my friends and one of them suggests something that like obviously I wouldn't want to do and they know I wouldn't want to do it and it's kind of a joke and I'd say thanks but no thanks. I'm trying to think of an example of something I really wouldn't want to do. I'm like really scared of heights. So for example, if my friend, and I really don't like going to theme parks or amusement parks and going on like roller coasters. Like I just don't enjoy stuff like that. So if my friend suggested doing that, my friend, someone I'm really close with, I might say thanks, but no thanks. But I wouldn't use this with someone who I was less close with because it could sound a little bit rude. Okay, any questions about those? Let me know. Let me know if there's any you need me to repeat. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next situation. Let me just check the chat quickly. Unfortunately not, yes. If they ask the reason, I would say the reason why directly. Yeah, you can tell them the reason why. I mean, yeah, it depends how honest you are with someone as well. Maybe you just don't want to do something with them. And then you have to decide whether to be honest. I would say because British people are always trying to be really polite, sometimes we're actually not very honest, not in a bad way. It's just that we don't want to upset people or offend them. So we might say, like, we're busy when we're not really busy because we don't want to do something with someone. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do. It's just an observation of how we are. Okay, that sounds fun, but I have a lot going on at home. Yeah? Very good. Leo, you can't remember all of these. I know there are so many, but that's why you can watch this video again at the end. Maybe also we could put in the comments. At the end of this live, what I'll do at the end of this live is I'll add in the comments under the video all of these expressions for you. Okay, so you've just got a list of them as well. Would that be helpful? But you'll be able to watch it back again so you can hear me saying them again as well. Yeah, so try to write some down just now if you can, if there are some that you think, oh, that's really useful, but don't worry, you'll get them at the end as well. Okay, the next one is saying no when you don't have time. So say I ask you to, say I'm your boss or your manager, and I ask you to complete some work for me, but you're really, really busy and you actually just don't have time. What could you say? Instead of saying no, what are some ways that you could say no to me? But I'm your manager, so you need to think about it carefully. You need to be polite because I'm your manager. You can't be direct and say no. Any ideas? Oh, I've got quite a lot here. Yes. Leo, well done. Just let me correct it for you. You can say, I have too much on my plate. I have too much on my plate. But yeah, very good. Unfortunately, I have another task. Yeah, very clear. Yeah. I'm working in another job or on another job. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Unfortunately, I have too much to do today. Yes. Okay, here are some other ways. So you could say, I'm completely swamped right now, so I can't. Swamped means you are extremely busy. I'm completely swamped. Okay. Next one. I'm not able to make it. Okay. This would be more about you're saying you're not able to make something. It means you're not able to go to it rather than to carry out a task, okay, or a piece of work. So this would be if someone asked you to meet them for something, or if someone asked you to arrange a meeting with you, you could say, I'm not able to make it. I can't attend. This week, this month, this year. If you say this year, then you are very busy. If you can't see them for a whole year. Next one. Okay, this one. Circle back to me in a few weeks. Sorry. Circle back to me in a few weeks. This means ask me again in a few weeks. Circle back to me. Come back to me. Ask me to do this again in a few weeks when I have more time. Okay, next one. I have a few things I need to take care of first. Can I let you know later? This is a really good one for sort of business English or a work situation. It's very formal. It's quite clear, so it's good. I have a few things I need to take care of, meaning I have a few things I need to do. Yeah, I have a few other tasks I need to complete. Okay, next one. I'm really maxed out. I'm really maxed out. This means you're at your maximum, okay? You're maxed out. You're at the maximum capacity of things you can do. You cannot possibly take on any more work right now or any more problems or anything, okay? You're just so busy. I'm maxed out. Next one, this is quite a formal one, so quite a good one for work again. Oh, sorry. It's not feasible for me to take this on. It's not feasible for me to take this on. Feasible, it means kind of like it's not possible, it's not realistic. I can't do this, okay? It's just a formal way of basically saying I can't do it. It's not feasible for me to take this on. Okay. Next one. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Okay, hold on a second. Abdullah, I don't know how often you use, but most examples that you gave don't come natural when I translate to my own language. That is why you can't just translate things directly into different languages, Abdullah. A lot of these are kind of idioms or just sort of more colloquial phrases. And also, so you're also saying that these might sound rude in your language. I'd say these ones don't really sound rude. I'd say majority of these ones are this example here saying no when you don't have time. These are really good for a work or business situation. They're a bit more formal than the ones we looked at first, but I wouldn't say they're rude. I would say they're like formal, but they're still quite indirect and polite. This is a problem with if we just directly translate things, because Google Translate doesn't necessarily, I mean, it might eventually, AI and things are getting much more clever, but it doesn't necessarily take into account like the culture of the language or the language's culture or the culture of the place where you're speaking that language. So you know, for me, like culturally, if I said these things, these would be polite and formal. But maybe if you translate it directly into your language, it doesn't sound as polite. So yeah, that is a good point to make. But yeah, don't worry. These are really common, all of these ones, and they're all very indirect and polite, and good ways of saying no. But I'd say these ones are more used um, in a sort of business work setting, yeah, than the ones before. Will AI replace English teachers? We're going to go down a whole rabbit hole if we start talking about that. But I don't know. My short answer, in my personal opinion, is no. But I could go on for a lot longer. Go on about it a lot longer if you wanted me to. But I'm not gonna. We don't have time. We don't have time. That's a whole other lesson. Okay, here we go. So the next one. I'm really spread thin these days. I just can't take it on right now. We've got kind of two idioms here, actually. So I'm spread thin. Spread thin is an idiom. It means that you have so much to do, you don't have much time. And I just can't take it on right now, meaning I can't do this right now. Okay, so both quite indirect ways of basically just saying, I'm busy. No. Okay, and the next one, I've got too much on my plate right now. Someone said that earlier. I think it was Leo. Thanks, Leo. I've got it again here. I've got too much on my plate right now. Another time might work. Another time might work. So you're kind of just suggesting a different time, a different date. And this one here, I wish there were two of me. I wish there were two of me, meaning I'm so busy, I can't do it. If I was two people, then maybe I could, but I'm not, so I can't. I wish there were two of me. And then these two, which are quite direct, not direct, but a bit more kind of clear and to the point. I guess they are more direct. No, thanks. I have another commitment. And sorry, I can't fit it in right now. So yeah, these ones are slightly more direct than the first ones I showed you. I would say most of these are really, really good ones to use in a work or business setting where you're going to be a bit more direct, okay, because you're in a more formal environment. Okay. How are we doing? I'm going to give you some time for questions very soon, so hold on to any questions you might have. We've just got two more situations, and these have a lot less vocabulary. I'm aware I've given you so many phrases. So the first one is saying no when something isn't right for you or something doesn't interest you. Again, this could be in a work environment. Maybe your manager asks you if you want to take on some more responsibilities at work. Yeah, or maybe you get chosen to be promoted at work, but you actually just don't want to do it because it isn't right for you or it doesn't interest you. How might you say no? I mean, you could use the other ones that we've used so far. A lot of these would work in lots of different situations, so don't worry about only using them in the situations I'm giving you. I'm just trying to group them together a little bit for you. Okay. So, for anyone that's joining just now, don't worry about being late or missing some of the live because this will be posted on the channel at the end of the video, so you'll be able to get it from the beginning. Okay, we've got an example. Sadly, I have something else going on. Yes, that's very good. That would work. I've got a lot going on. Yeah. You could also say, I'm not sure I'm the best fit for it. I'm not sure I'm the best fit for it. This means that you don't think you're the right person for the job. You don't think it suits you very well. I don't think I'd fit the bill. Sorry. Again, this kind of means the same thing. You're just not the right person to do it. you maybe don't have the right qualities or skills to do what they've asked you to do. And this one, I don't think I'm the right person for that. You could also say simply, it's not for me. Sorry, it's not for me. And Fel has put a really nice example. I'm sorry, but it's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. Which means I don't really like it very much. It's not something that interests me. Well done, guys. Okay. Oh, I don't have the bandwidth for that right now. Yes, that's really good. Okay. Finally, I just want to give you some less polite ways of saying no, because we've kind of done lots of polite, formal ways. I've given you things that you could use in a work situation, in business English. I've given you things that you could say to your friend or if someone invites you to something. But I also do want to just give you a few more informal and maybe slightly rude ways of saying no. Now, I'm not recommending that you're rude to people. However, if it's someone that you're really close friends with, and you have a good relationship with, you don't have to be really formal with them all the time. And it's okay to be a little bit more direct. If it's maybe a family member or a friend and you have a relationship where it's kind of jokey and you can kind of talk to each other in that way. So these do work in some situations. However, I would say British people tend to be more on the polite side most of the time. So I think the ones that I showed you earlier are safer to use if you're not sure which ones to use. These ones are much shorter because they're more direct. They're much more to the point, just kind of saying no. Can anyone think of anything that you could say that's a bit less polite, more informal ways of saying no? Are you kidding? Yeah, Abdullah. If it was my close friend and they said and they asked if you wanted to take a hike, you would say, are you kidding? Oh no, you would say take a hike. Like you would say take a hike to them. Yeah, take a hike. Are you kidding? Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Here we go. So I've got I'm good. I'm good. So I'm good has different meanings in English. I'm good can mean how are you? I'm good. I'm feeling good. But you can also use it to say no. I'm good. Okay, so notice that you would have different intonation depending on which which situation you're using it in, which meaning you're using it for. So if you're using it for how are you? I'm good. You would say I'm good or I'm good. But then if you're trying to say no, you would say I'm good. Okay, so slightly different intonation. We'd probably have a negative facial expression, so you'd be able to tell the difference. This one here, the M's, now be careful with how you'd say this because this could be said different ways. If you said, that would signal to someone that you are listening to them or you have understood what they have asked you or said to you. But if you want to say no, you could say, Okay, so it's kind of a noise rather than a word. But yeah, we might use this quite a lot. And you'd probably shake your hand as well to say, You don't want to do it. Not right now. Nah. Nope. And this last one, which I like, is no way, Jose. No way, Jose. Which means no. No way. Absolutely no way. No way, Jose. The person doesn't have to be called Jose. We just say that anyway. It's a bit of an idiom. Jose. So, I mean, it depends. So, I guess if it was, now I do speak Spanish, but I speak Spain Spanish. So for me, this would be pronounced Jose rather than Jose. You would say H for this J. Maybe in Latin American Spanish, you would say J. I'm not sure though. Hold on a second. I'm going to put a light on because it's just gone. The sun has gone and it's gone really dark. See if this helps in any way. Helps slightly. So yeah, I would say Jose, but yeah, no way Jose, no way Jose. Both of these are okay. Okay. No, in English, a J sounds like J, but this is not an English name. Sorry, I should have explained this more. This is not an English name. We don't have this name in English. In English, I don't know, it would maybe be like Joe or something. But because we want it to rhyme with way, it's kind of just an idiom we've used. So we've borrowed the Spanish name, Jose, and we use it. But because it's not a name in English, we pronounce it in the Spanish way. English people quite like to use words from other languages or names from other languages. So yeah, we say no way, Jose. And we say Jose like a Spanish person would, even though we're not Spanish. Even if it's an English person which can't speak a word of Spanish, they would maybe still say this, even if they don't understand any Spanish. Okay. Okay, Jose is a Spanish or Portuguese name. Thank you. Yes. I have never been to Portugal. I have been to Brazil actually, and we speak Portuguese there. But yeah, in my mind it's Spanish, but thank you. It's not just Spanish. Okay. I'm going to give you some time to ask questions very shortly, but quickly I just want to go over some of these and just practice together some situations, and you can think of how you might say no. Okay, try and use some that I've taught you, but yeah, if you can think of any others, that's great as well. So the first situation, your friend might say, do you want to come to my birthday party? It's on the 22nd of March. And you want to say no, okay? You want to say, no, you can't come, you can't go, you can't come. What are some ways you could respond to this, okay? How could you respond to this? In a polite way, a less direct way. Sorry, I'm out. Yeah, great. Well done, Larissa. Any other things you might be able to say? Remember these ones that I've taught you. The first one, saying no to an invitation or offer. These ones. We could say any of these. I have another compromise. I've got something else going on. Yep. Thanks for thinking of me, but I can't. Very good. I'd love to, but I can't. Yep. I'd like to go, but I have another important meeting. Yeah. I have a prior promise. Nice, Tony. Very good, guys. Okay, next situation. Your manager asks you, can you organize the meeting on Friday? And you want to say no. How could you say this in a more direct way? Can you organize the meeting on Friday? I don't know if you can hear that. There's a dog barking outside. I'm so sorry. It's not my dog. Let me get some examples. I'm honored, but I can't. Yeah, I'm honored is a really good one. I'm honored, but I can't. You also, what could you say maybe if you're just busy, you've got too much work to do? It conflicts with another meeting. Yes. Also, any of these ones? I would like to do this, but I'm involved in another meeting. Very good. It's not feasible for me to take this on. Amazing. Sorry, but I have other important work, not an. So I have other important work. Yeah. Very good. Okay. And the last situation, this one, friend, do you want to watch this horror film? Now here I think you could probably use one that's a little bit more casual because it's your close friend, yeah? So do you want to watch this horror film? What could you say if you hate horror films and it sounds like a terrible idea? How could you say no? No thanks. Yeah, that works. That works. Any other things you could say? Remember these ones? These ones might work. I don't feel comfortable watching such films. Yes, that's good. It's quite formal to say that to your friend, but it's okay. Nope. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah. Mm-mm. Or it's not my cup of tea. Very good. Horror films are not my cup of tea. No way, Jose. Okay, that one would work well here. Okay. Nah, no way. Well done, Miranda. That's really good. Okay. Well done, guys. I've taught you quite a lot of new vocabulary today, so as I say, I will add some of these into the comments underneath this video once it's posted, just so it's easy for you to access some of them. And if you have any questions, please let me know, okay? You've got a couple minutes to ask some questions, so please just write them in the chat and I will try and answer some of them for you. And thank you guys for joining this live. I hope it was helpful. I hope you've learned lots of new vocabulary. You've all contributed such good answers, and you've given me lots of other good phrases throughout. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, no questions, no worries. Thank you so much for joining. Should I learn Scottish or British accent? Oh, this is a hard question to tackle. It's not a hard question to tackle, but it's the sort of question where I could end up talking for a long time, but I won't. So I'm Scottish. I'm assuming that's why you're asking. You probably know that. I'm Scottish. A British accent, it's kind of hard to know what that means because British, I'm Scottish and I'm British, yeah. So in the UK we have so many accents. I can't remember exactly how many, but there's like more than 100 dialect accents that are considered British. Maybe when you're referring to a posh British accent, what we call it, just so you have the right term for it, we now call this accent that you're referring to, this sort of posh British accent, it's a Southern Standard British accent. Let me write this. Southern Standard British English. Now, personally, I think nobody really speaks like this. So the amount of, do you mean RP? RP is not really a thing anymore. RP is kind of in the past. People don't really talk about RP anymore. It's kind of old fashioned because nobody talks like that. The way more people do talk is Southern Standard British English. It's really confusing because you see lots of people talking about RP online. So I know why you said RP, but RP is kind of like, it's so old fashioned. Nobody actually speaks like that in the real world ever. So I wouldn't learn RP personally. Southern Standard British English is probably a better thing to search to learn if you want to learn that kind of standard British accent. But what I would say is that people have so many different accents in the UK and they're all accepted as British accents now. So it doesn't matter which one you learn, is the short answer. I also don't think the accent is that important when you're learning English. I think as long as you speak clearly and you communicate well and people understand you. My accent's really weird. My accent sounds Scottish sometimes, English sometimes. Some people say I sound American sometimes, and I'm a native English speaker. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'd worry more about just pronouncing things correctly and communicating well and clearly. I hope that answered that question without rambling too much, but good question. Thank you for asking. Sorry if I spoke too fast there. Let me see. Any other questions? Maybe not. You like speaking English? That's amazing. Lizzie is short from Elizabeth. Yes, Lizzie is short for Elizabeth. I feel like we don't really have any more questions related to the topic today, which I'm going to take as a good thing. I think that hopefully means that you understand it all and it was really clear, so that's good. If you do have any questions afterwards, then you can type in the comments, and yeah, type in the comments once I upload the video. And we will be here again next weekend. It'll be a different lesson with a different teacher, but it'll be another live lesson next Saturday. So please remember to join that one. And I will also see you guys in March. I think it's the 18th of March or something. And I'm going to be teaching you part 2 of this lesson, which is going to be other ways to say yes. So we've talked about no today. So we're going to talk about saying yes next time. So I hope that's helpful, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you all then. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for joining. Bye.